It's wonderful to see so many familiar faces here today. The theme for this year is, let us keep doing more together. Kika, atautikun sebapiara takta. Tabruna ikhilak, pakalan migatorniarasi. Mayor Brower will now give her welcome address. Mayor Brower.
And welcome family, friends, and our guests to our 2015 Kivgiq. My name is Charlotte Brower, Kivgiq for many that know me, and I'm privileged to serve as mayor of the North Slope Borough. It is truly a pleasure and honor to welcome you to Barrow for this special occasion 2015 Kivgiq. We hope you enjoy your visit to our community and savor the hospitality of our residents. As we enjoy good food, dancing, singing, and fellowship this week, I hope that we can all take the time to thank our great Creator for the many things and blessings that He has poured out upon us over the course of these last few years. This marks the 27th anniversary of the North Slope Borough sponsorship of Kivgiq. In January 1988, over 2,000 people from across the Arctic attended the first Kivgiq, held in over 80 years. That historic event marked the largest single gathering of people ever on the North Slope. More importantly, however, it marked as a revival in our traditional social and cultural values as we drew upon the traditions of our past to find strength to our future. For those of you that may not be familiar with our history, Kivgiq, or the Messenger Feast, can trace its origins back from millennia to the beginnings of Inupiaq culture. Historically, the event was sponsored by an Umelik, a whaling captain, who after every successful hunting season would send 2 Kivgiq messengers to nearby villages announcing what gifts they would like to receive. If the people were willing to participate, the messenger were sent back with a message of what the visitors would like to have in return. At the time of the feast, large amounts of people would gather to trade, exchange gifts, reaffirm kinship ties, and enjoy dancing, singing, and storytelling. Before 1988, the last known occurrence of Kivgiq was in Wainwright, Alaska, during the winter of 1914 to 1915, when the people from Barrow were invited to participate. The exact reason why the feast was abandoned for so many years is unclear. What is known is that the collapse of commercial whaling around 1915 left many of the people of Barrow completely destitute. Food shortage also occurred during this time as poor ice conditions and poor whaling conditions afflicted the North Slope villagers. As time progressed, other factors such as global flu pandemic, the Great Depression, and pressure from missionaries to abandon traditional Native beliefs and ceremonies are likely to play a role in hindering the celebration of Kivgiq during this time. The 20th century also brought its tremendous change for the Inupiaq people. In matter of decades, we saw more changes than most people has ever seen in hundreds of years in the rest of the United States. This period also marks a time of intense struggle. After oil was discovered in Prudhoe Bay in the 1960s, we had to fight for the rights of our lands and for the rights to form our own local government. In the 1970s and 1980s, we had to fight our federal government for our rights to hunt the bowhead whale. And we also had to fight to maintain and preserve our language, our culture, and our heritage. Thanks to the vision and foresights of our elders and leaders throughout the state, in the last few decades, we were able to do more than just merely survive. We thrived. We saw the passage of the Alaska Native Land Claims Settlement Act and the formation of our regional and village Native corporations. We founded the Arctic Slope Native Association, the Inupiaq community of the Arctic Slope, and the North Slope Borough to benefit the people across the entire North Slope. And we also regained our subsistence hunting rights through the formation of the Alaska Eskimo Whaling Commission. Many of you in this auditorium have lived through this history. You have witnessed these events with your own eyes and contributed to our people's success. To you, I give you a heartfelt Huyinakpak for all that you have done and for all that you continue to do to keep our traditions and culture alive. All of us here today are beneficiaries of your efforts and actions. Our struggle, however, is not finished. We continue to see our federal government make decisions that threaten our culture and our future prosperity through the implementation of policies geared towards thwarting natural resources development. We see environmentalists pushing federal agencies to list the animals that we rely upon for our food security as endangered species and filing lawsuits that harm our local economy. And we also see far too many of our own people suffering with drugs and alcohol addiction, unemployment, and abuse. These are not insignificant challenges, but I believe that our Inupiaq culture, values, and traditions offer the key to our future success. Like us, our ancestors faced great adversity. They had to survive in one of the most inhospitable climates on Earth without the resources we are blessed to enjoy in our modern society. Yet despite that adversity they faced on a daily basis, they grew strong as a people and passed down to each generation the knowledge and tools that they would need to survive. Our Inupiaq values such as sharing, respect for others, cooperation, hard work, avoidance of conflict, respect for nature, spirituality, humor, humility, and responsibility are part of this lasting legacy and are as relevant and important today as they ever have been. Kivgiq is another aspect of this great heritage. It is a time of renewal and a time for healing. We can use these opportunities to find the strength and hope we need for the future while reflecting upon great traditions of the past. The North Slope Borough is proud to support our tradition of Kivgiq, and we pledge to continue to provide the resources necessary for the maintenance and preservation of these important cultural practices. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our ancestors, our sponsors, who have helped to make this event a success. Kivgiq for the opportunity to speak to you today. I wish you a very happy and enjoyable Kivgiq.